Evening, everyone. How you doing? It's Middle-Aged Gamer Guy here. Welcome to another Tuesday night gaming chat where we talk about the latest gaming news and reviews from the last 7 days or so. How is everyone this evening? Hope you're doing good. Let's see who is in chat, because for the first time ever, we're doing something that we've never done before. If you are watching on YouTube, you'll be able to watch us. If you're watching us on a computer, you'll be watching us as you normally do. But if you're watching us on a phone, we're broadcasting vertically as well, which we've never done before. And that's going to be something that we're going to be doing on this show to Twitch very soon as well. So if you're watching on a phone, it rejigs it all correctly. So you can see everyone in the right proportions. You're not watching this tiny little screen. And it'll be coming to TikTok. So Tuesday Night Gaming Chat is practically going to be on every format you can think of, and in the correct format that you're watching. So nice. So if you are watching on your mobile phone on YouTube, let us know what it's like. Gozzo was the first one here. Good evening. How you doing? Dan Game Tank. Good evening. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Flame. Hello. How you doing? People over on YouTube. Retro Jazar, how you doing? Lovely to see you. Brian from the UK Gaming Network. Good evening. Hope you are well. Dan says, assuming in a vertical frame, you come up about halfway. We do, and then it adds the people. I've been testing it this afternoon, and the way it plays the trailers, it's very clever. They basically just rejigged the software to do it. So basically means, yeah, it's repurposed for people who are watching on a mobile phone. So it's all good. And I don't have to do anything for it. It's all sorted. It works it all out. I tell it what it wants, and then it works it all out. Sticky Knievel, hello, good evening. Hope you're well. Lovely to see you. Kindred, good evening. So when it goes vertical, it will fit all the mags in as he's so small. Yeah, actually makes me smaller. So I looked at the preview. I'm about that big in real life. Gozzo, I'm good. Just watching the new trailer for Toy Story 5. Okay, that came out today, did it? I've not seen that. That must have just happened. It means I'm only big enough to fit a half a phone screen. That is true. There you go. There you go. He's got your back. Dan, he's got your back. Don't you worry. I also have to say that this stream, and I actually forgot to tell Dave, my co-host, this, the next 3 TNG season, the next 3 weeks, we are sponsored by History of Heroes! History. It's a mobile game that if you basically took Albert Einstein, mixed it with Stargate, mixed it with Bill and Ted's Greatest Adventure, that's what you've got. You can play as a load of heroes throughout history and build a little community trying to stop the evil Tesla. Yes, Tesla's evil in this one. And basically help. We've got a load of challenges set for you to complete up until the 3rd of December. So !history in chat on Twitch. And we will drop a link in the YouTube chat as well. Kiki, hello. How you doing? Welcome on in over on YouTube. Tommy, welcome on in as well over on YouTube. Good to see you both. Welcome on in. Lovely to have you here. So there you go. There is the link. And do you know what? I'm going to copy that over onto the YouTube chat as well. There, we'll just do that. But thank you to History of Heroes for being our sponsors for the next couple of weeks. Always nice to have sponsors on the show. There you go. There you go. All sorted. And without further ado, let's bring my co-host, who knows the most. It's the one. It's the only. It's Mr. David Jones. Hello, sir. How you doing?
Good evening, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Great to see you.
Good. I'm getting used to this whole vertical preview window I can see from our point of view, because I can see the normal screen and the vertical one. Yeah. And I was wondering what was going on during the opening credits. I thought, why is that still there?
Yeah.
Because you told me what you were doing. No, yeah, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it all makes sense. I mean, you can switch that off, Dave, if you don't want to see it. You just.
I was looking for the button, and could I see it? Nope.
Oh, okay.
I'll just live with seeing the two.
That's fine. All right, I've switched it off because it does a thing where it's technically broadcasting two things, so it sounds a bit weird. But yeah, it's all good.
It did for the intro music, but voice at the moment's fine.
That's fine. It might do it for the video, so just to warn you. But there you go. Anyway, we're experimenting with stuff, so I've got it turned off, so it sounds all right. There you go. Fan club's in already. Exclamation Dave in the chat. There you go. Danker is over on YouTube. I'm here. Just was purchasing a new phone, so couldn't drop a message. Welcome in, Danker. Good to see you. Complete coincidence. I'm actually wearing my Timeless t-shirt today. See? Perfect. Perfect, Brian. Perfect. Oh, Dave says, I couldn't find the button either. That's interesting.
No, I'm not logged into StreamYard. I'm just like a guest.
No, I wonder why, because you'd think that he'd want to do that.
Guests don't get it. We have to put up with both images.
Yeah, that's going to be weird then for you guys, because you're going to hear everything twice when I play the videos. But then again, that could be a glitch with the software, and they might fix that. So we'll keep an eye on it anyway. But I turned it off because I was like, yeah, I can't be listening to that twice. There's some news that might be on tonight. I will send you in Discord. Thank you, Gozzo. Appreciate that. Yeah, what have you been playing, Dave? What have you been up to?
Yeah, I've been playing a few things since we last spoke. So I've been playing a bit more Battlefield 6. Actually finished off the campaign. I thought I'd just finish that off. It was okay. You know, graphically fantastic, audio fantastic, gameplay, story, enemy AI, yeah, pretty shit to be quite honest.
Yeah.
A lot of time you see the enemy just running into a wall, just waiting to be shot. No, not particularly good. The story was shit, like most of these things are.
Right, okay.
They don't seem to put, I don't know, a huge amount of effort into the story. It was just seen it before, nothing new, but it was all right. I think I unlocked a couple of skins just from playing through it, so got something out of it. And then I've also tried out first couple of hours of Ark Raiders. Just tried that. Going into that one. That's all right so far. I've opened up the second map. I haven't had a chance to play that yet, but gone through the first map a few times, finding various bits of loot. Got killed a few times by a few random players and the AI, but then I've managed to extract a few times with various bits and pieces. Slowly starting to sort of figure out what to do with all this stuff I'm collecting. So, you know, expanding the workbench and building new stuff to take back in with me, which I hopefully won't lose. But of course, it's an extraction shooter, so your stuff is always at risk. But it seems good so far, so I'm going to go back in with that one. Yeah, I'm not near level 25. I think I'm only about level 4, level 5 at the minute. Still early days. And then I did start playing as well the DLC for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. So I'm enjoying that so far. Put a couple of hours into that. It's just more Indiana Jones, which is fun. Yeah, cool place to explore and puzzles to do. So that's all good. And then we played a bit more of Little Nightmares 3, which is still, I think the nightmare generally is how janky the co-op is. It was still just as bad. It didn't improve on that third level.
I actually think it got worse, and that was one of my favourite levels as well, the carnival level. It was just really bad experience.
With the AI, which I don't know whether to take that as an insult or just the fact that the game's fucking.
No, I wouldn't say that as an insult, because we were both having problems. Like your character would die, and then it still was on my screen, or it was janking out, or something else. But then we then had the reverse problem that I was having problems and stuff, and it was just shocking. But it's funny because there is a bit that actually with the AI is quite tricky to do and is a pain in the arse, and it took me quite a few attempts. But playing it with Dave actually made that a lot easier. But then there was a lot of stuff that's normally quite easy with the AI that just kept fucking up because the timings of it just doesn't give you enough time to climb up the items. It's not great. We got one more level to do, and I'm just like, I just want to finish the fucking thing.
Yeah, we'll get it done. That'll be it.
It's done. I don't know if I can even be asked to go and play the new levels when they come out in the new year. I'm just like,
I'm not that impressed with the current levels we have been playing. They're just okay. They're nothing remarkable.
No, it's a lot of retread of the previous games, unfortunately. This last level, that I like the setting of the third level because it's quite interesting with what they did with it. Without spoiling anything, the fourth level does do something quite different, but makes it a lot more challenging. But whether that is going to be good for us or not, I don't know. We'll have to see. Danka wants to know: did you get stuck on the Snake River puzzle in Indiana Jones?
I did for a bit because it isn't that clear. You know, exactly what we got to do to begin with.
Yeah.
But then even when I sort of got it going, I got a bit stuck trying to figure out how to sort of get over to the one side so you could get that
that thing from the
got stuck.
Yeah, that stumped me.
Yeah, I didn't notice the thing that you could get your whip onto to swing across. It was just like in a dark corner of the room, and I just completely missed it. I was looking around for ages. I went to a YouTube video in the end.
Yeah, that's what we did. It took bloody ages to sort that out. We had to do that live on stream. But everything else after that, I thought was good. There's also elements as well. I don't know if you've got this far. There's also little horror elements in this DLC, which is quite cool. There's little whispers of voices and stuff, and then that builds up into something.
I think I'm just getting to that sort of stage. I'm hearing a few little whispers in the sewers at the moment.
They build more on that. I did like it. My biggest complaint is it ended all too quickly, but it was all There you go. Dan says, at least it wasn't just us. Yeah, I think a lot of people got stuck on that puzzle.
Oh, I think so.
There you go. Anyway, I have been playing some more Ninja Gaiden 4, which I'm thoroughly enjoying. I played one of the most craziest levels where you're chasing a shark. It's like the last level chasing a shark, and you're bouncing from surfboard to wingsuit to wall running to rail riding to that, and it's just like trying to bounce from one to it's insane, but it's great fun. So I'm about 8 levels away from finishing it. I think there's about a total of 19 levels, and I'm on level 12. So hopefully I'll get that finished at some point, and it's another one ticked off the list. And yeah, we'll see how we go. Tormented Souls 2 I want to finish as well, because we started that last night and kind of felt like there was natural progression going on there, even though there's a lot of running around, backtracking. But once you figure out what you've got and where you've got to go, seems pretty good. So first impressions of that, but it's pretty tough. That it's pretty tough. They throw a lot of enemies at you. So there we go. Anyway, shall we bring in? We've got a multitude of guests, multiple guests.
Yeah, let's get them all in.
Now the reason for this is, well, Dave Johnson really. He basically won Community Member of the Month 2 months ago. And his prize was to basically be on the stream. So he was like, right, well, I want to be on TNGC, even though he's going to be on our Christmas special, ladies and gentlemen, because obviously he was on our Christmas special last year, helping us do our top 15 games of the year. But he was like, I want to do something a bit more special. So we've got multiple people. So he's brought a load of people over. So basically, we've called this a Timeless stream because it is all people that basically helped out with Timeless. Don't worry, not all 20 volunteers are here. But we have got a load of people that have been on the stream already this year. So please give it up, firstly, for Dave Johnson, Jesse,
hello,
Hannah, and the dandiest Chad, also known as Sam. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Yeah.
Good evening.
Good.
Hello.
Lovely to have you here. I'm going to press this so I can do this in one foul swoop. Ta-da! There you go. It's official. There you go. Iquel says, how come his prize is we all get punished? Hi, everyone, by the way.
That's Mike. I don't know. He said yes.
Depends which way you look at it. Silver Cobra, hello. Welcome on in. Good to see you. LeBraze, hello. Oh, no. Not Big Jesse. What's wrong with Jesse? I thought you said that about
everything.
Thanks, Dave.
Welcome, mate. Welcome.
There you go. Insert obligatory Dave Johnson is smell comment. There you go.
Thanks,
so
Chris.
let's start at the top because this is I don't know how we class this as a prize really, but so yeah, this is your prize, Dave. How does it feel?
I don't feel very rewarded, gonna be honest.
I'm not surprised. I
could have murdered 3 people and got less of a sentence, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But there we go.
There you go.
No one mentioned VIP bags.
No.
Because Hannah may kill everyone around.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
We'll leave that comment. We'll leave that comment. I'm gonna go to Sam next because obviously he was on the show earlier in the year. Welcome, Sam. Good to have you here.
Yeah, good to be here, mate.
Great to have you back. Obviously, you were another vital part of the Timeless team because you were one of our volunteers, and you also helped sort out prizes, numerous things, sorting out the sheets, especially on the setup day, and helping us pack up, set down, pack up again, and step back up again.
Literally carried every bit of equipment possible.
Yeah, and either chucked it into the back of the van or checked it into the flat. So yeah, did you feel that you and your girlfriend survived that one after?
We were fucking knackered, mate. We didn't realise until we got because it was a long drive home because we live in the southwest. So we drove up to Liverpool. We were in Liverpool. We drove up to Anfield, the Liverpool stadium, because Diogo Jota, the footballer, had just passed away not long before the event. So we went to see his memorial and stuff because loads of people were leaving loads of stuff. What's going on? What can I hear?
Hey, so we just had a sub. I'll say thank you in a minute. I'll let you carry on.
And then it was like a 5-hour drive home, and I got home and sat down on my couch, and I was just like, Jesus Christ! So I booked, and I was only booked off on work until the end of Thursday. So I was supposed to go in on Friday, and I took an emergency day on Friday. I was like, I can't now. No, I want a long weekend, please.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Right. He said never again.
Never again. But he's back for next year. And obviously, we've got Jesse and Hannah. It's the first time Hannah's ever been on the stream. So a little round of applause. First time Hannah's ever been on. Welcome, Hannah.
This is the first time I've been on with more than 48 hours notice, to be fair.
That's not actually true. That's not true, because actually you were on earlier this year where I actually booked you. And then you said, this is the first time I've been on with more than 48 hours notice. So you said that the last time you were on.
I think I might have been given a week, to be fair, that time.
Possibly. So there you go. So we're just extending it a bit.
Yeah.
There you go.
I had 5 minutes notice.
Yeah, you had, Hannah literally had 5 minutes.
5 minutes notice. He's back for next year. Well, do you know what? You can blame Dave for that one, because Dave literally said, I want Sam, Hannah, Jesse on the stream. But obviously the note didn't get to Hannah and was told about 5 minutes when we were just setting up. So there you go.
Jesse's fault. Clearly.
How are you both? You doing good?
Yeah, very good, thanks.
All good, thank you.
Good.
All good.
Yeah. All right.
Working too hard, but you know.
Yeah, well, yeah, you two normally do. So you're probably working harder than me, and that's saying something. So there you go. A good manager knows how to shift blame. Very true, Blaze. Very true. I also want to say hello, Sophie. Sophie's in chat. Thank you so much for that. 49 months she subbed to this channel at tier 1, which means a total of 52 months. So, Sophie, thank you so much for that sub that you're here. And
how many months until she's allowed to be free? Asking for a friend.
Well,
I'm only about 2 months behind.
Well, so I'm gonna say that obviously it's my birthday stream on Thursday. Not my actual birthday, but my Twitch. I'll have been on Twitch for 5 years, affiliated for 5 years on Thursday. So we're doing a very special stream. So there are going to be some special announcements. So Sophie might want to watch on Thursday, because there's a special announcement for a number of people, and Sophie's one of them that's included. She doesn't know a thing about it, so it's going to be there you go. Happy birthday! That was a running joke that we always used to do, but she can actually say it because it is my birthday week. So yeah, so tune in on Thursday from 8 o'clock, because we're going to be doing some special things on Thursday for that. There you go. Is one of the announcements Dave gets to quit? I don't know. He does. He'll be back next Monday. So
not through choice. There's blackmail.
Yeah. There you go. Merry Christmas as well. There you go. That seems more fitting. Especially as I saw a lot of Christmas decorations yesterday, which freaked me out. So went into a lot of bars and there was a lot of just like, oh god, it's too early. At least they weren't playing Christmas music. They were just playing a lot of.
We were watching because I don't watch a lot of proper TV, and we watched TV over the weekend. And it was all Christmas adverts, and I'm already sick of it now.
Really? I've only seen the Argos one so far, but that's because I don't watch TV. I only watch like YouTube and Netflix and shit. And I've only seen the Argos one with the bloke out the in-betweeners.
Oh, it's the Asda one. The Asda one is just so tedious, and it's like, can you just stop?
I've not seen that. Actually, I've seen one where there's 3 old women go, Amazon, 3 old women want to go sledding downhill, and she orders it on Amazon. And I was like, you realise you just wasted a load of money. You could have just got a load of empty cardboard boxes and gone sliding down the hill instead. Would have been cheaper. There you go. LeBray said, I saw a house while walking on my way back from the football that had their tree up already. It's too early for that shit. I get it in venues and pubs and restaurants and stuff because I want to advertise, but fuck me, at your house, Jesus, no.
That's why I blurred my background so you can't see mine.
Thing is, it's made of buckets. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, and I hate Christmas, so yeah.
There you go. Someone near me has had the decorations up 2 weeks.
Oh dear.
2 weeks.
Some people are too eager. Wait till December.
Do you know what? Those are the same fuckers though. That it gets to Boxing Day and they take them down, and that pisses me off as well. It's like it's technically still the Christmas holidays. Well, I put them up in September, so it's Boxing Day now. Christmas is over. Fuck off. Take them down on the 6th of January when you're supposed to. They were up for Halloween, so didn't they have Halloween? That's weird. I mean, if you can repurpose your Halloween things into Christmas, fair play. I love Christmas decorations, but it's still... Thank you, LeBraze. Emma wanted to put ours up on Sunday. I pushed it back a week. Good lad. Good lad. Otherwise... There you go. Yeah, that's the best rule. Don't celebrate, so don't have to decorate. There you go. Just spray paint your house instead.
Yeah, I don't have a choice because I wouldn't be celebrating.
Yeah, because Jesse don't give a shit about Christmas.
My close family Halloween would be a bit. Close family Christmas would be like Halloween. So
yeah, scary. Silver Cobra says Christmas music has been playing my work for. Oh my god, I feel. Oh god, Silver Cobra, my heart goes out to you, especially if it's that fucking Mariah Carey song. Anyway, shall we start the show, everybody? This is going to be an interesting one. Good evening, Gilfly. Hello.
Started already.
Right, here we go. So we'll do this. Shall we start the show, ladies and gents?
Let's go.
Yeah.
That was
no, you shouldn't.
Why is it that Dave here sounded the most excited? He was like, yeah. Christ. Okay.
Start again.
Yeah, we'll do it. Spent all weekend putting the decorations up at work. No chance of going at home. Don't blame you. Oh, already lost the Whamageddon. Oh, dear. Okay. Luckily, I've not heard it, but there you go. Right. Shall we start the show, folks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Hannah.
I'm not getting the vibe here, Hannah.
This is just not yeah. Anyway, it's our 242nd show, despite what you might hear from this lovely lot on the screen. We've got 8 new games this week, including Europa Universalis V, Football Manager 26, and Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisoment. Plus, we got a load of gaming news. Going to talk about the fact that Switch 2 is absolutely doing roaring trade. The fact that Red Dead Redemption 2 is now the 4th best-selling game of all time, which is insane when you think about it. And a load of other stuff. So we've got all that coming up. iQuell's doing all the old thing. He's behind you. Oh, no, he isn't.
Oh, no, he isn't.
Yeah. Watch The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a good one. Yeah, it's a good mix of Halloween and Christmas. Good film, that. I like that. I've not seen that in a while. So let's crack on with our first game tonight. This came out actually at start of last week. We just didn't manage to get it on the show. It came out on PC, Switch, PS5, Xbox Series X and S. And this is the trailer for Devil Jam. Let's have a look at this.
Welcome to hell, Rockstar. With my help, you'll climb the charts and the food chain. Now, 3, 2, 1, let's jam! So you are the one who has crossed the bound. Drunk on the taste of victory. Know that the ones you faced before.
Aren't you a promising little nobody? How about I turn you into a star,
It seems like you could use some extra muscle, kid. Happy to help, kid.
Playing solo, are we? Let's shake things up, create some beautiful harmonies together.
You're getting better. Let's turn it up a notch. So, you're the newest contender for my throne. Didn't they warn you? No one shreds harder than death.
There you go, obligatory PlayStation noise. So, Dave, tell us more about this, because some people are saying this looks a bit Diablo-esque. I get the feeling this is Vampire Survivors with a lot more metal.
Yeah, that's it. Just a Vampire Survivors reskin. Heavy metal version. Just looks pretty much exactly the same as us, graphics-wise. Not a huge amount of difference there. But yeah, just a heavy metal spin on it. A few little differences they're doing to the gameplay in it, though, to sort of separate it out is you've got a dash ability to quickly sort of get out of the way of some of the enemies. And as you're getting your unlocks, your main weapons, you can actually like position them into like 4 different rows at the bottom of the screen, and they sort of trigger along with the beat in order. So you've got a bit of a control over what's firing when
Okay, that's a bit more interesting.
Something you can do with the build crafting, so it gives you some more options how things play out. But apart from that, it really is just like a heavy metal Vampire Survivors. So I guess if you like Vampire Survivors, you'll probably get something out of this one. But I don't think this has as many characters to play with yet. I think it is just the 3 selectable ones on the front screen. Whereas, you could unlock lots, couldn't you, in Vampire Survivors as you play along? I think
that's true.
Just 3. So whilst you've got less characters, you've got a bit more you can do with the main weapons that you unlock as you're playing through. So that might set it apart for some people.
All right. Well, obviously you can see we've got a lot of guests on the show, so we're basically allocated 2 games each to our guests, and so he's not covered up by chat. Jesse's going to talk about this one, so I'm going to bring him over there. So sorry, Sam, we stuck you over that side for a little minute. There you go. But Jesse, did you play the original Vampire Survivors? And if you not, would you give this a go? Because I know you like your metal.
Yeah, no, I didn't play the game. I would give this a go, but I think I'd get bored pretty quickly. I think the idea of just having the metal on there doesn't make it an exciting game all of a sudden. And I think I think because I've seen like Vampire Survivors, I was really disappointed with like the art style that they didn't do a bit more with this.
Yeah,
if they're going to go metal as the theme, make it for metalheads and make it like just make the artwork better for it. I think.
Yeah,
it just looked like the other game, almost exactly the same to me. Like it just cool. We've got a slightly different soundtrack and slightly different, weapons and things according to the fact that suddenly it's a metal theme thing. But I was like, it could have been really, really cool just with a little bit more effort. And I feel like that they just couldn't be bothered.
Okay. All right. Now, folks, what we are going to do is we're going to get scores from all our guests. Those who've not seen the show before, because I know we've got a couple of new people on YouTube watching. We don't actually review the games themselves, but I scour the internet, check loads of different sites, whether it be IGN, Metacritic, GameSpot, GamerRanks, Eurogamer, to name a few, and basically turn the scores into an average score. You may agree with it, you may not, but it's a bit of fun. And if you get it correct and you do guess the score correctly, we'll give you a shout out in the chat, either on YouTube or on Twitch. So we've got a couple of people that have got scores in already. Danka over on YouTube saying a 7 out of 10. Gozzo saying 7 out of 10. Brian on YouTube says definitely no higher than a 7 for this one. Also on YouTube, Retro Shazar 7. Flame saying a 7. So everyone's literally going for 7. So I'm going to start with, I'm going to make this easy. I'm going to start with Jesse and then we'll work our way along. So Jesse, what do you reckon this got?
I'm going to go slightly lower than everyone else. I'm going to go 6.5.
6.5. Okay. Sam?
I think I'm going to match Jesse on that one. 6.5.
6.5 as well. LeBraze is also saying 6.5. Dave, what say you?
I'm going to go 6.
Okay, 6. So we've got 6.5. Mr. Jones?
I'm going to try a 7.
Okay, a 7. Hannah?
I was going to say 7 as well.
Going for a 7. Okay, so we've got 2 7s, 6, 2 6.5s. Kindred says 7, and that's generous. Silver Cobra says, I agree with Jesse. 6.5 on this one. All right, folks, this is your last chance. This is Devil Jam, which came out Monday last week on PC, Switch, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. iQuell coming in with a 6. So I can tell you, if there are no more guesses, that a number of people did get right. Everyone's kind of like in this sort of correct area, I should say. But this did go the higher end of what people's guesses were, and this did get a 7 out of 10.
Hey.
So there you go. Well done. Well done. So we've got a couple of people. Flame, congratulations. Kindred, well done. Who else we got? Retro Shazar, UK Gaming Network, Gozzo, Danka. There you go. And then, if my memory has served me correct, then it should be a shout out for Hannah. And then we've got to do our shout outs for Dave, exclamation Dave. So I don't know how you're all going to work that out, mods, but I'm sure you'll figure it all out. So 2 of the mods are technically here, so it's going to be a bit crazy. But well done to all of you for getting it right. Dave, as you don't stream, how would you like your shout out?
Well, I suppose with all the talk of Christmas, we could get you in the Christmas spirit. You could spit on your chair and shout out, "It's Christmas" as you're spinning.
Okay.
How do you fancy that?
I mean, I don't, but I'll do it because that's what you've asked for. YouTube chat doesn't seem to be working. Can't see Danker's score. Let me have a look. Weirdly, I can. Let me see if I can. Hang on 1 second. Let me see if I can do a shout out for Danker then. There you go, dude. I've done that. But I have done. Might have to refresh then, iQuell. I don't know. I can see it. But there you go. I've just done that. There you go. Dave! Not you, Johnson, says Danker. iQuell, what you're typing is not coming through to the YouTube chat, but everyone else is talking on YouTube. So I don't know what's happened there, iQuell.
He's got some sort of like spanner symbol, and
yeah, that means he's a mod on YouTube. And Dave Johnson's put it, and then that's not appeared. So weirdly, the mods are not appearing in chat. That's helpful. There you go. Yeah,
not wrong.
There you go. Oh well, we'll figure that out for the people on YouTube in a bit. But that is weird. The mods are not appearing. Twice on YouTube for some reason. Interesting. Let's riot, says Danker. There you go. We'll do that after I've done this. You ready?
Go for
this
it.
One for you, Dave. It's Christmas in about a month's time. There you go.
That was wonderful.
You're welcome. There you go. Spinning at least saves his knees cracking from jumping up. That's very true.
We'll do
It is. I'll tell you why it's listed twice, Brian. It's because we are broadcasting horizontally for people on computers and vertically for people on mobile phones. So you've got a choice of how you want to watch it. That's why the YouTube is listed twice. So there you go. But it picks up all the information anyway. So I've got all the chat from here anyway. Okay. 44. There you go. More accurate. 44 days to Xmas. Okay. So if you haven't started your Christmas shopping, who cares?
Got plenty of time.
Plenty of time. Phantom, good evening. How you doing? Sophie, no worries. Take care, lovely. I will message you tomorrow. Hope you're doing all right. Take care. Good night. Phantom says, what have I missed? You've only missed the first game. So let's move on to our second one. This is something a bit more strategy based. Again, a very much loved series, very much like the Civilization games, etc. This came out last Tuesday on PC, and I butchered the name of this earlier, so I'm probably going to do the same again. But this is Europa Universalis. Oh, fucking knew I'd do that. Europa Universalis 5. There we go. Here's the trailer. Okay, I'll tell you what.
Peggy 12.
It's been a long time coming, but the hour is finally upon us. Every decision will shape not only your nation, but the fate of the world. The English king lays claim to our land. Should we forge alliances or unleash the hounds of war? Raise our levies, appoint a commander. Still, war can turn as swiftly as the tide. Will you learn from your mistakes? Would you build an army strong enough to defeat your enemy? Ambition never rests. Secure the wealth of your nation and decide who reaps the rewards. Will you heed the calls of the rich or champion the poor? Grow crops, gather resources, and manufacture precious goods to the benefit of your country. There are Nanban ships on the horizon. They claim to come in peace. They bring muskets and silver to enrich our land. Yet their ways may weaken us from within. Drive them off and turn their cannons against them. Even conflict can inspire greatness. Will you strive for dominance, pursue prosperity, or reach for the edges of the world? Greatness isn't given, it's earned. Be ambitious.
There we go. I got a nice bit of music just to calm us all down after that first game. Just at the end, didn't think it was ever going to end. There you go. I've done some of the shout outs on the YouTube desktop, so shout out most of the people. If I've missed anyone, let me know. But I've got that covered while those trailers were playing. Mr. Jones, tell us a little bit more about this strategy game, please.
This is the fifth in a long-running grand strategy series. So it's a case of picking your nation and guiding them through history. You can try and follow along with how history has unfolded, or tinker about a bit. Mess around, take over a different country, and do things like that. Go to war with them, trade with them. See if you can absorb their culture into yours. You've got all absolute wealth of options you can do with this one. I think it's running for like the 14th century to like the early 19th century is the times in history you'll be able to take part in. And I think generally with this one, whilst it's just going to be further iteration of the previous versions, it is trying to do a lot more with the simulations, trying to simulate a lot more of people that were around at the time, the different time periods, and how they're all going to react to each other. So the game's doing a lot under the hood. You're going to be spending a lot of time going through menus in this one, though. So as long as you don't mind clicking on stuff in menus and watching it all unfold in text, you'll probably enjoy it. I guess a lot of people probably do because it's on the fifth one. But it's not a series that I've ever played or ever fancied playing, but I can imagine you could spend a lot of time just playing this. You'll be taking over the world.
Yeah. There you go. Now I'm going to hand over to Mr. Johnson for this one because this is one he wanted to talk about. It's a big worldly strategy event. So
right. So these sort of games used to scare the living shit out of me because it's one of these games that I know the minute I started playing them, that is it. My life's over. I'll become a dictator and do nothing else for the next 25 years. So I used to avoid them. Then I used to have a friend who used to work on the development of Hearts of Iron.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I kind of got a lot of exposure to that. So I've got a feeling, even between now and Christmas, you're not going to see much of me because of this one. Because there's just something about these sort of games that is really... Jesse, shut up. Nope, you've ruined it now. I'm bored. No, I am home.
Go on.
Yeah, so I just love games like this, like they're so in depth and like you're micromanaging. Some people hate that, and I get that. Some people want to just play games for an hour. I could quite easily get lost in this for 12 hours at a time. Although that's not healthy.
No.
But I can see myself spending a lot of time on this, which is good because it'll give me something to talk about at Christmas.
Okay, there you go. There's a good chance that this is going to appear in the top 15 games of the year then. Highly likely. Depends on whether he gets around to playing it or not. Brian says, I'm more interested in the new Anno that's out this week. Well, there's a good chance that we'll be talking about that on next week's show because, that literally came out today, I think. So we'll be talking about that next week. I've already started to see reviews for that as well. Ems, welcome on in. Good to see you. So let's do this then. Let's get your scores in. Let's see what people are saying about this. Danker, 8.5 for this one. Gozzo, 8.5. Brian, 8. There you go. And I will start with Dave Johnson. I'll work my way across again. So, Dave Johnson, what do you reckon this has got?
Nice and high. We go 8.5.
8.5. Okay. Flame saying an 8. Hannah?
8.5.
8.5.
Okay. Jesse?
I'm going to go lower. I'm going to say 7.5. I feel saw a review and they said wait 6 months for them to sort out all the bugs before you start playing it.
Okay.
That might affect your playing, Dave.
There you go.
When it's there, I think 8.5, but currently 7.5.
Okay, so there's a couple of people that are agreeing with you. Ems is saying a 7.5. Silver Crow is saying a 7.5. Retro Shazars 8, which seems to be a popular one. Icon says, I missed the trailer. 7. Sam, what do you reckon for this one?
I'm going to go in the middle. I'm going to go with an 8.
Go for an 8. Okay. All right. And Dave, what do you reckon?
I'm going to go for an 8 as well.
Go for an 8 as well. Okay. All right. LeBray says, I got distracted, left the keyboard and see the game. 8. You stand a good chance of getting it right. You have no idea. Folks, this is your last chance. Get it in the chat. This is Europa Universalis V, which came out last Tuesday on PC. Phantom says, I have a Greg sausage roll. 8. Totally random, but love it. Love it. There you go. Any more for any more? If not, I can tell you that this is actually reviewed pretty well. And yes, there are some bugs in it, and quite a lot of them got patched because a lot of reviewers got copies of this like a couple of weeks before it came out. So they patched a lot within the 2 weeks. And I think there was a patch that came straight out on the same day. Some people loving it more than others, but generally still get really good high scores because the average works out at 8 out of 10. So there you go. Does that make Hannah for 2 for 2 now?
Yes, I think so.
I said 8.5.
Oh, you said 8.5. So then
No,
that's
she
not.
said 8. Shut up. It was an 8. It was an
Dave.
8.
I mean, yes, an 8.
No, you've ruined that. Dave, you're on 2 for 2. There you go. Sam's got one right. Sam's up, so Sam will get a shout out to Dave. No, stop booing your own guess, you dickhead. This is what it's going to be like. So yeah, exclamation Dave in the chat. Also, can we get, there you go, shout out for the dandiest Chad, the awesome Sam, who's our resident speedrunner. So what I was going to ask you, what are you speedrunning at the moment?
I've been learning a load of stuff kind of in my own time. I'm trying to crack through the whole Resident Evil series at the moment.
Nice.
And I've just kind of been doing it quietly. So I'm doing 4 at the moment. 4 is a complicated one because it's long. The remake of 4, not the original.
Right. Okay.
But it's a long one. I think it's the longest in the whole series. It's like an hour 50 or something. So
okay,
lot to do, lots to learn.
It's crazy. That's like a game that I put 15 hours, and he said, "Oh, it's the longest one. It's an hour 50." That blows my mind. It's like speed run. There you go. So yeah, everyone else is getting shout outs. Congratulations to get all these people. For Foxy's sake. Oh my God, it's Dave. You're so hot. There you go. Your fan club's in.
Awesome.
Hope you're well, Foxy. Long time no see. Good to see you. LeBraze was like, God, that was a good guess, wasn't it? Hooray. The power of not knowing what I'm doing. Beautiful. Well done, LeBraze, for getting that right. Phantom, you and your sausage roll. You got that right as well. Retro Shazar, well done. Flame, Brian on UK Gaming Network, well done. You all got that right. So shout outs are going now. LeBraze says Foxy meant the other Dave. I don't think he knows who the other Dave is.
No.
So, no, but there you go. Foxy's like an OG watcher from like back in the day when I first started out. So Foxy has actually been nearly watching me for like 5 years. He says, yeah, it's been a while. I was browsing YouTube and saw you live, so I decided to pop in. How's everyone doing? And I hope, and how are you doing, Dave?
Oh, good.
Yeah. Lovely to have you here, mate. Great to see you. Yeah. It's actually my 5-year anniversary on Thursday. Can you believe that? So you were there watching when I first started out. So appreciate it. Let's move on to some gaming news. We did kind of talk about this a while back because the launch of the Switch 2, they announced a couple of months ago, has been a huge success and that they were practically on track for where they want to be. But it is official that the Switch 2 has now become the biggest selling console launch ever, shifting over 10 million units. 10 million units since its release back in May. Now, it has now outsold the PlayStation 5, which did 7.8 million units on its launch. But you've got to remember, parts were a bit scarce. So you kind of compare it to that. It's a bit, because you kind of like, it was more difficult to get a PlayStation 5 than it was a Switch 2. But it's very close to beating another Nintendo console, which is the DS, because that is the best Nintendo console, so best-selling Nintendo console of all time. But is yet to beat the PlayStation 2, because that is still regarded as one of the best on launch, best-selling consoles of all time ever. So it's technically in third place. Switch 2 is in third place. But in terms of how the games are selling, this is what's interesting. Mario Kart, the new Mario Kart, 9.6 million copies have been shifted. Only 1 million of them, though, was actually separate. So 1 million people paid the 70, 80 quid for it separately. All the rest were included in the bundle with the console. So they got it for practically half price. But still, 9.6 million copies of that game have been shifted. Donkey Kong, which came out in July, has shifted over 3.5 million. I noticed they're still doing adverts for that, so they're still promoting the game that came out back in July. So that's doing quite well. And the Mario Party Jamboree, which technically was like a bit of a revamped version with a few extra games, has shifted over 1.2 million on Switch 2 alone. The new Pokemon game hasn't been counted yet because it's only been out for a couple of weeks, so they're only going on figures from like the last month or so. So we shall see. Nintendo are hoping that by the end of their financial year, which is the end of March 2026, that they will hit another 9 million units shifted. So that's 19 million shifted in less than a year. So my question is, do we think they're going to do it? And do we think they're going to surpass the DS and the PlayStation 2?
I think it's probably looking likely at the moment. It's done well out of the gates, hasn't it? With those numbers, going past the PS5 and some of the other ones. I think there's a good chance to do it. They've got some more good software coming out. I think that's the thing that draws people to the Nintendo consoles. They've still got the exclusives that you can only play on their machine, so there is a good reason to get the machine. Put your Zeldas, your Marios, and all that's on there. That are always really good. So it's a good platform to play them on. It is a good machine. It's well designed. Feels like a good upgrade from the first one. So I've quite enjoyed it. I've played in it so far. So I can imagine plenty of people will be getting one for Christmas. That'll definitely boost the numbers up.
Because I reckon it's not going to beat a PlayStation 2. I think it's going to be tough.
No
I think it'll beat the DS, but I don't think it's going to beat the PlayStation 2. Anyone else got any thoughts?
I love Nintendo. I've always been a DS fan. I think mine still works actually, but I don't know. I think I'd love a Switch too. They're just a little bit expensive, but at the same time, anything Pokemon, I'm there. So give me a year, and I'll probably be able to want one of those numbers that's bought one.
Yeah, I think as Brian's just put, loads of people, and this will boost the sales because obviously we're only talking from a couple of months. Loads of people getting a Switch 2 and Metroid for Christmas. Everyone's waiting for that new Metroid game, which is big style. Foxy has just gifted a Community 1 sub, which has gone to Razor, and he says, "That's for Dave."
Oh, thank you.
There you go. Thank you, Foxy. Greatly appreciate that. Thank you for the sub, dude. Greatly appreciate it, my friend. Anyone else? Any thoughts on this? Or should we swiftly move on?
No, pretty much I agree with what Hannah said. There is a lot going for it, but price point's too high. I think the way things are now. Go on, Sam.
I'd be surprised if anything outsold the PS2 ever. I think.
Agreed.
I don't think that's ever going to happen again. How many do you have? How many sold?
I've not got that information in front of me. I know we've talked about that before on the show when I said the figure, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
It was a shitload, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because people were buying them to have them as like DVD players as well.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like the console aspect. I don't think anything will ever.
160 million.
There you go.
Quite a lot.
Yeah, 160 million, and they've done 10 million. So yeah, they've got a long way to go yet. There you go. I don't believe the new console will overtake PS2 since Nintendo has been seeing quite some wind against them due to the recent policies. Yeah, and also the fact that their lawsuits are now being looked back over, but that's a different story, which is interesting. Some of their lawsuits are getting backtracked over.
Thing is you've got to remember PlayStation 2 came out in 2000, so
yeah,
since 2008, the world hasn't had quite so much cash.
Yeah, that's true. We've got a hype train starting, folks. There we go. Thank you so much. We've got a hype train. Thank you to everyone that's been gifting the subs. So that's just kicked in. Thank you, everybody. Let's see if you can get that over to level 2 and get you some nice little emotes. While we're doing that, we're going to talk about our next game, which is a game, like most games, comes out every year. Now, we have seen with certain sports games this year, they've actually had better versions than previous year. So will this follow suit? This came out last Tuesday on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, S, and 1, PC, Android, and Apple phones. This is Football Manager 2026.
Don't just watch the game. Change it.
5 forwards, wingers high and wide, relentless pressure.
Bro, you're a winger now.
Change the narrative.
I'm all about goals, and this brings goals.
Yo, the system is jokes. I will be all over that wing.
So would I. Chill. That left wing's mine. This is the football Premier League fans have been waiting for.
Never seen a performance like it. Sensational.
Masterclass.
Just need to sign this guy.
Change the squad.
I'm happy in Paris, bro. But if it's a game changer you after,
change the script.
Let's make the shift down.
Danny!
Five, yeah?
Be the difference.
You change the tactics, the team, and the narrative. Now it's time to change the game. Football Manager 26. Change the game.
These managers are running stuff. You ain't running nothing.
There you go. Folks, welcome on in. Just going to say, firstly, to Dave Johnson, who's just gifted a tier 1 sub. See the dandiest, Chad. Thank you so much for doing that. There you go. And Foxy also gifting another tier 1 sub to Nova Noxe. Thank you so much for that. Pocket says, I'm in ads, but I'm subbed. Yeah, I don't get why that's happened. And also, can we get a shout out for Pocket when she is out the ads? Because she is our community member of the month. So I want to say a big thank you to her. Oh, was that not an ad? No, that was not an ad. That was a trailer for the game. There you go. She just realised it was the trailer for Football Manager 2026. There you go. But you could say it was like an advert because there was fuck all gameplay in it again. So moving on. Dave, we do talk about this one pretty much every year. What's new in it?
Well, we do. We couldn't last year because they had to cancel it last year because they were trying to move it over to a new game engine, which they managed to do this year. So yeah, they moved it over to the Unity game engine, and they brought it back with all redesigned menus. I suppose that's the problem with trying to make an advert for this game. You are playing it in menus, which would look pretty boring on an advert. Yeah. So yeah, they've got to throw some of the like footballers and whatnot in there just to try and make it a bit more interesting. But I think this is also your sort of only real option, isn't it, for football management sims? It's this or nothing else. So I think regardless of whether it ends up being good or bad, people will probably end up buying it because if they want to try and manage a team, get them through the various leagues and have fun, like transferring players around and get the best squad together, then you're going to have to do it with this one, I'm afraid, regardless whether you think it's a good game or not. From what I've seen of it that I was watching earlier, it looks okay. I thought the sort of match gameplay looked pretty decent. Graphically that looked pretty good. Probably a benefit being in the new game engine, but it is a case of going through menus and spreadsheets and stuff to actually play the game and get down to the weeds of what you want your team to be like. Not my sort of thing. I'll never play it. Not interested in football at all. So hopefully whoever's following me talking about this knows a bit more about the game and could advise a bit more.
Well, before we hand over to our resident expert who requested to talk about this game, I am going to say Pocket Locket, thank you so much for the 5 community gifted subs you've just done. That's gone to Me Jupy, Carnage, Tato Waffles, Jose Selena, and Aldo Cookie. This is taking us over to a level 3 of a hype train. And Dan Game Tank coming in with the 100 bits. So thank you so much to both of you as well. Greatly appreciate that. Thank you for those 5 gifted subs, Pocket. Sam wants to talk about Football Manager 26. I'm guessing you're a fan of the franchise.
Yeah.
So this is why you wanted to talk about this. So I'd be interested to see your thoughts on this one because obviously, as Dave said, they skipped a year. And now they've got this new version out.
It's dog shit.
Go on, and why? Why?
So yeah, you mentioned last year they didn't release the game, right?
Yeah.
Because they were pivoting to a new game engine, and from what's come out since then, they spent that year making a game, realized it wasn't working, and they've since pivoted and in the following year made a different game, but they couldn't scrap everything because they only had a year, and Sega weren't willing to give them an extra year. So I mean, Dave mentioned the match engine, the actual players playing.
Yeah,
that's the main improvement. Everything looks great and it kind of plays better.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just that the menus. I mean, I think what I think tells the tale for me is in the trailer, and it's only a small thing. The first time you see someone playing the game, they're playing it with a controller.
Yeah.
Football Manager has always been a PC game, and Sports Interactive, who are the developers, are clearly very good at making games for PCs.
Yeah.
And console was always an afterthought. And now they've obviously tried to pivot for sales or whatever, and they've tried to do both. And if you look at the menu, there's so much going on, and stuff's been moved, and it's not intuitive anymore. And the problem with a management game is that you have so many things that you're trying to do that you need to make put everything in an intuitive place, because otherwise, no one can catch on. I think it's going to be a lot harder for a new Football Manager player to try and pick it up now, because if you look at it, it's like a sensory nightmare. I have like 200 plus hours in every Football Manager for the last 5 years, and I've played about 20 minutes in the new one. I had to put it down. I couldn't.
Wow.
Yeah. I think I saw this the other day. It's on Steam. It's like the 8th worst reviewed game ever on Steam. Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what the critics are going to say about it, but all I've seen about about people, because critics aren't people. All I've seen about people is just like nothing but negativity. So.
Okay, all right. Well, let's see what the non-humans did think of it when we get the scores. A couple of people already chucked in some scores already. Let's have a look. I've got to scroll up here. I want to say hello to Falco as well. He tuned in just as we started the trailer. So Gozzo's saying a 7. Silver Cobra saying a 7.5. Brian saying I'll guess an 8. So chat, get your scores in now. Anybody else with scores? Phantom saying a 7. M saying a 7. There you go. And you got 1 minute of that hype train left. Sam, I'll start with you. What do you reckon this got?
It's hard to say. I did see a couple of reviews before the game came out, which filled me with confidence, and especially looking back on them, considering like now, knowing how people have reacted to it is quite surprising. I think I'll go with a 6.5.
Okay, 6.5 from Sam. Hannah?
Oh, I don't really like football, so I feel, but I don't want to be like a personal opinion, but I think like probably 6.5.
6.5. Okay, Maz, what are you saying?
5.
Okay, 5. Jesse?
Well, I was going to say -2, but because of that, I'm going to go with +2.
Nice. Okay. Dave Jones?
I'll try a 6.5.
Okay, 6.5. And Dave Johnson, I'm not going to remember all these, but we'll try our best. Dave Johnson?
Oh, God. 6.5.
6.5 as well. Okay. Also, I want to say a big thank you to everyone who contributed to the hype train. That is now closed. Emotes are now being dished out as we speak. Big shout out to Dan Game Tank, Pocket Locket, Foxy, and Dave Johnson for contributing to all that. Thank you so much. You should be getting your emotes in the Twitch chat right now. A couple of other people have dropped some scores. I think M said 7, iQuell 6.5. Dave Johnson says I rate Sam 5.5, Jesse 0.5, Hannah 10, and Dave Boo runs. You still sat there, dude. Lazy. Retro says 7 out of 10. Phantom says that its dog shit comment though is a 10 out of 10. So maximum respect for that. Flame 8 out of 10. LeBray says I say 7.5. Haven't played it. Haven't heard any complaints though. There you go. Anything else? This is your last chance, folks. Get it in the chat. This is Football Manager 26, which came out last Tuesday on PS5, Xbox Series X, S1, PC, Android, and iOS. And if there are no more, I can tell you that this got a very average 6 out of 10, which is the lowest score for one of these. There are reviews with lower scores than this, almost going down as low as 5s. And then some people quite enjoying it, 7s, but still, it's always rated a lot higher than this when we've talked about this on the show before. So this is, not looking great. So 6 out of 10, folks. I don't think anyone on screen actually said a 6. So everyone was very, very close. Everyone was like with 6.5s and stuff. So no one in there. But in the chat, let's see. Anyone said a natural 6? I don't think they did. I think this has caught everyone out. There's a lot of people who are very close. No, nobody did. Nobody did, as far as I could tell. So there you go. That caught everyone out. Let's swiftly move on to our next game, our 4th game tonight. So this came out over a year ago and was in early access, but it's now got its final release. A lot of people have already been talking about this game for a year or so. But we are going to play the trailer. This came out on PC last Tuesday. This is Skald against the Black Priory. Let's have a look at this.
Legacies of old about to be awakened.
LeBray says the background music sounds like an 80s Depeche Mode track. I totally agree with that. It's got that vibe. It's got very much C64, Commodore 64 vibes with this one. So Dave, tell us more about this little gem.
Yes, it's very much going for the nostalgic old CRPGs that we used to play back in late 80s, early 90s. Definitely makes me think some like the very old style PC RPGs I used to see. This particular one, you are playing as a custom character you're going to sort of make at the start, but you're on a voyage to these outer islands to try and rescue a childhood friend who's disappeared there. But as you get shipwrecked at the start and then wind up on the island and start exploring, you kind of find out there's a bit of a sort of Lovecraftian vibe going on, but a sort of cosmic horror that's sort of ended up on the island and causing lots of people to go mad, cults to rise up, and trying to get through all this and find the person that you're looking for. And along the way, you're going to be picking up various members to join your party and leveling them up as well as yourself. And I think it's turn-based combat. This one, so you'll be doing quite a lot of that. Kitting out your characters and trying your best to survive against all the enemies you're going to come across. Looks okay. As I say, it's really going for the nostalgia of those old type games. So I think if you remember those and you got like a fondness for those, then this is probably going to be up your alley. But I think probably for a lot of the people, you might look at the graphics and be turned off by how it looks, because it is very much of that era that it's going.
Product of its time.
So I don't think it's going to be for everybody, but for all I know, it could be like a very good deep RPG under there that's well worth playing. But it's I think you got to get past the looks first of all. Nostalgia.
All right. Okay. So we got Hannah talking about this one, and I'm going to leave you right there because Jesse's covered up by the chat, but you're right there, so you're all good. There you go. So, have you ever played a game that's kind of new but retro and in this sort of style? And does this appeal to you?
I have. I can't remember the name of it though, so that's probably not great. But I love anything you get to roll dice and it's like turn-based combat games. It kind of reminds me of like Dungeons and Dragons, but like a vintage computer game. Which I quite like. I like that kind of sort of adventure, and rescuing people and having like a little team that you go along. and I love anything pixelated. So a really pixelated game is great. I like the look of this game. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what it reminds me of? The original Gauntlet, like when you used to play, but they've turned Gauntlet into an RPG. Because Gauntlet was a bit of a shooter, but even though it was set in medieval times, so it's kind of like it's taking the best both worlds with that. Right, folks, let's see what people are saying in chat for this one. If you've just joined us or you've just been watching, guess the scores. You might get a shout out in the chat. You can have halves and whole numbers. Danker saying he's expecting good things for this because it's Raw Fury who put this together. 7.5. Silver Cobra, 8.5. Gozzo, 7.5. Brian at UK Gaming Network, 8.5. M saying an 8. Retro Shazar saying an 8. iQual saying a 7.5. Hannah, I'll start with you. What do you reckon this got?
I would like to see it go quite high, so I'm going to go with an 8. Nice
Go with
round.
an 8?
Yeah.
Okay. Jesse?
I'm going to go 7.5.
7.5. Okay. Dave Jones?
I'm going to go for an 8.
Okay, going for an 8. Dave Johnson?
Going to go for an 8 as well.
Okay. Sam?
I'm going to go for an 8.5, I think.
Okay, all right. Okay, so we've got 8s and 8.5s. Also, iQual saying a 7.5. The Braze, 8. These tend to do well. Flame, 8.5. Folks, this is your last chance. This is Skald against the Black Priory, which came out last Tuesday on PC. And if there are no more guesses in the chat on YouTube and Switch, I can tell you that this did pretty well. But it's not as well as some of you were hoping because it got a decent 7.5.
Not bad there.
There you go. Well done, Jesse. So we get a shout out for Jesse. And iQual, well done. You got it right. Gozzo, well done. You're off on starters orders. And Danker as well. Your first one right of the evening. So well done to all of you. Shout outs are going now. If any of the shout outs can't be done, let me know. I can do it while I'm doing other stuff, multitasking or whatever. So there you go. As we are halfway through the show, we're going to do 2 lots of news stories. And the first one is that last Wednesday, the PlayStation Portal. Remember that thing that you got that looked like a giant PlayStation thing that if it was only connected to the internet, it'd work and play games. And I basically slagged it off for ages, but some people love it. Well, it's done something that it probably should have done from the start. But this actually makes me go, well, now it's doing what it should be doing. Because as of last Wednesday, if you are a PS Plus subscriber and you have a PlayStation Portal, you can officially now do cloud gaming. So you can play over 2,800 games from the PS Plus catalogue and basically stream it straight on there. So now, no matter where you are, if you've got a decent internet connection, you can play games and you don't need to be connected to your PlayStation 5, which was the thing that you needed to have it on to be able to play it. Even if you weren't watching it on the telly, you could play it somewhere around the house, but it meant you always had to have the PS5 on. You don't need that now. So that's one massive advantage. Hello. Welcome on in. Great to have you here. Now, here's the thing. If you've not bought a PS5, in some ways, this could actually be a good way of saving some money because obviously the prices of PlayStation 5s have gone up. You could actually get a PlayStation for Portal for just over 200 quid. And you basically, the medium and high-end tier are the tiers that you need to use this service. So if you've got the essential one, it's not going to really work. But if you've got PS Plus, it's just under 100 quid, right? So you could actually get a working PlayStation console for nearly 360 quid. However, you are going to have to renew that £99 fee every year after that. So it's probably a good deal for the first couple of years, but it might get you through to the PlayStation 6. So it might actually be cheaper. So in some ways, I kind of now see an advantage of having a PS Portal. Not that I want to get one. Because one, you don't need a PlayStation 5. You can get a ton of games, 2,600 games on it. And it works out cheaper as well. What are people's thoughts on this one?
It's nice to see that it's getting updated. As you say, it's making it into the device that it probably should have been when it first came out because it was just a bit too limiting at launch when all it was reading was remote play from the PS5. So it is nice to see that, yeah, they're still working on it, still adding stuff to it, and just making it generally a bit of a better option there.
Mm.
You mentioned the oh, go on,
sorry,
Jesse.
go on, mate. Go on.
No, you go on.
Who was the sponsor from Timeless a couple of years ago with the little handheld?
Oh, the backbones.
Yeah, I still think that's probably a better thing to go for.
Do you know what? And what's interesting, I noticed this literally. You can literally get backbones now. They were 200 quid when we had them as a sponsor a couple of years ago. You can get them for 40 quid now. The PlayStation, the Xbox ones, and that's brand new. That's how much they've come down in price. So yeah,
it's a no-brainer for me. I'd go for one of those every time.
Yeah.
You and I know at least one set of people who have a portal. I can tell you they never use it.
Yeah,
they thought it was a good idea, and then it's just slow and a pain in the ass, and the internet's never quite good enough to really play anything, and they just can't be asked.
So, I think I know one person that says it's great, and that's it. I can't think of anyone else. Right, Sam, you want to say something?
I was going to say, you mentioned the subscription fee,
Mm.
but most people who have a PS5 are also paying a similar subscription fee.
Correct.
Because, you know, I think on the PS, I think on all the modern consoles now, you need whereas before it was have it to play online, now it's have it to download any game.
Yeah.
Basically, unless you want to go fully disc, you have to get at least the essential. I don't know how much that is, but it's it's not as if the membership is exclusive to the PS Portal. You know.
No, but it's actually now PS Plus membership is cheaper than a year than a Game Pass membership, because obviously Game Pass have jacked all their prices up, which actually went live as of yesterday for those who have got to renew it. That's gone up by 50% or more. Dave, you were going to say something as well, were you? Mr. Johnson, on this?
No, not really.
No, sorry, I thought you did.
No.
All right, okay, cool. Brian says he's got the Rogue Alley, and he uses that, but he's also got a PlayStation, but hardly uses it. And that's the thing. I think if you haven't got the console, now's a good time to probably get a Portal, and that works. It's not, as Dave says, it's nice to see that they're actually supporting it, because they basically dropped PSVR 2 like that and forgotten about that and done nothing with that. But at least they're focusing on this. So, yeah, it's a cheap. Well, let's put it this way: a PS Portal is also nearly 700 quid, 700 quid cheaper than the Xbox handheld at the moment, because that's closer to 800 quid to $1,000. So, again, if you love your PlayStation stuff, now is probably the time to get one of those. Or just pay 40 quid and get a backbone, because they're really good as well. So there you go. Also, obviously, this is no surprises, because this came out literally at the end of last week. GTA 6 has been delayed again, folks. Grand Theft Auto that was supposed to come 6 that was supposed to come out this year obviously got pushed back round about till May last year, and then literally at the end of last week, it has been announced that it is going to be November the 19th, 2026. This means this pushes it technically into the autumn schedule, which can normally be quite a busy schedule. Now, what's weird with this year's schedule is September and October have been very busy for games. November this year is not that busy for big AAA games. So it hasn't got much competition yet, because obviously there's going to be a lot that's going to change over the space of 12 months. The only game that could come close to it at the moment is the Wolverine game, which hasn't got a physical date, but is scheduled for autumn next year. But it could be September, October, so it might not actually go up against it. Got to remember that GTA 5 shifted 1 billion copies in the first 3 days. First 3 days of sale.
What?
So the question is, will GTA 6 do the same? Or, as I'm going to put, has this delay possibly not going to make it do the same and beat its current record?
Didn't GTA 5 come out when there was like shillings and stuff? Like, currency back
Feels
then.
like it at this point, doesn't
it?
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing. And I think it will serve to... I read something about this actually the other day, that because of extra dev costs and money they're not earning from microtransactions and sales and stuff, it's going to cost Rockstar from between May and November. It's costing them $17 million a day to have delayed it. But they've delayed it because they're banking on. I mean, touching on another topic we're going to talk about later, you mentioned because Red Dead 2 is now the 4th most bought game of all time. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and that got delayed 3 times, and then it came out and everyone said it was one of the best games ever made. Imagine if that had only gotten delayed once and it came out and it was in a cyberpunk state.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? So I think Rockstar aren't just thinking about the day one sales of the game, because the GTA Online is so big that they want this game to last 10 or 15 years. And if it comes out shit, then it's going to ruin the entire roadmap for the whole game.
Yeah.
So I think they should delay it as long as they want.
Yeah, I think the thing is they never did they give an accurate date in May? They just said it was going to be May.
Yeah, they did give a date.
They did.
People at my work had it booked off, and they were allowed to write their whole.
Oh, really? I think my own personal opinion, I'm not too fussed about GTA. Obviously, I said I'll give it a fair shout when it comes out. I think they're going to be going up. I think the problem is a lot of games are going to be scared. It's going to be that thing like the Silksong thing again. Silksong suddenly announced it was coming out, and loads of games went, shit, we're pushing back or pushing forward because they're worried what it's going to do. At the moment, they're that far away that we know there's a lot of big games coming out next year, but a lot of them have just not got dates. Yeah, and we'll probably get a lot of those dates during the Game Awards next month. A lot of those dates will be cemented. So at the moment, by them kind of announcing we're going November, you can see a lot of other games going, well, we're going to stay clear of that because that's going to fuck us.
Yeah, I bet there's a few that will move around in the background. Because I think that sort of point in November is kind of usually Call of Duty time, isn't it? Because this year it's out on the 17th of November, I think. So will that come out before, or will they delay it a bit later?
That'd be the interesting thing. That could be its biggest, considering how well COD sells, regardless of how good the game is or not. That could be its biggest competitor. Or will Activision / Xbox go, okay, we'll move it to an October release? Because we have had some Call of Duties in October.
The only franchises that GTA couldn't possibly affect, I think.
Yeah, I don't think it'll do.
People who like COD and who like Call of Duty will just buy both, I think. You don't have to... it's the same with both GTA and Call of Duty. You're not having to win anyone over anymore. People who will buy it, and people who won't generally won't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, totally agree. Don't know what chat thinks. Brian says November 15th next year, 25th anniversary of Xbox.
Well, I was wondering if that would be when the Halo campaign Evolve would come out, because that would be the perfect date for it. That'll fuck that over a bit, I think.
That would fuck that royally, wouldn't it? Literally, what? A couple of days? It's going to be a couple of days after. We're looking at about a week or so after, isn't it?
We're of course assuming it doesn't get yet another delay at some point next year.
Well, it could happen.
Possible. It could end up being a PS6 launch title. Who knows?
Yeah, it couldn't it? So we might not get it on PS5. So we'll have to see. Anybody else got any thoughts on this GTA 6 delay?
Not surprising the slightest.
Does anybody care anymore, really? We've been waiting so long.
No.
What's for an extra decade?
It's not like we haven't got plenty of other stuff to play in the interim anyway.
Yeah.
I think GTA 5 is it's overhyped itself. So GTA 6 is doomed to fail, I think. It'll be a good game and it'll sell well, but nowhere near what they're thinking, I don't think. Especially if they delay it every, another 6 months here and there.
So, all right, I'll throw one more question out then. Do we think that because of the hype surrounding it, this could be one of these games that doesn't actually review well? Like, let's say the story just does not hit the heights of GTA 5, for instance, right? But it still sells a shit ton. Because even look at how bad Cyberpunk launches, and Sam's right, Rockstar are not going to release a game in that sort of state. But Cyberpunk still shifted millions and millions and millions of copies. Even with all the copies that were refunded back, it still became a multi-million seller, which was insane. And it reviewed really badly, but it shifted well. Could that potentially be a thing that would happen?
No.
Yeah.
Don't think so.
I think Rockstar are like the best of the best. Them and CG Projekt Red, I mean Cyberpunk are like the two probably best video game developers arguably ever. They just know what they're doing. Name me the last time they've released a bad game, or a game that wasn't even great. Talking about go far back as like the early or the mid 2000s with like Bully. If you go everything that came out after that, GTA 4, GTA 5, Red Dead 1, Red Dead 2, it's all been like at least 8 out of 10, most 9 out of 10. I think they'll smash it.
Okay. Silver Cobra says, what will shift GTA 6 is if it contains a sequel to GTA Online. Well, that we're waiting to hear about. That we know very little about, but I'm sure there will be.
Oh, there definitely will be. They just haven't talked about it yet. It'll be interesting to see how they try and get people to move from 5 to 6. Because 5's got over a decade's worth of content to, hasn't it? Yeah. This one will probably feel quite sparse to begin with in comparison. So they slowly build it up again. So will people shift across that quickly?
Yeah. Are you going to end up with a scenario that GTA 6 could be amazing solo game, but you end up with a multiplayer that's basically the equivalent of Overwatch 2, where no one fucking liked it and then didn't go over?
Think about the multiplayer for Red Dead Redemption 2. We're going to talk about great selling game, fantastic single player campaign. Multiplayer didn't set the world alight at all.
No,
miserably.
Didn't catch on.
Maybe that's why it's taken so long, as opposed to other games. It's because they've been focused. They put so much time into the single player, and then also because GTA Online is such a big earner for them, they've had to make years worth of online content to release immediately.
Yeah. There you go. Online normally arrives 12 months after. There you go, which is pretty standard for Rockstar. Gozzo reckons GTA 6 will come out in 2027 from when the PS6 runs, because we're expecting the new Xbox and the new PlayStation consoles in somewhere between the autumn and the winter of 2027. So we shall see. All right. Well, there you go, folks. You're going to have to wait 12 more months to get your GTA 6. It was only about 6 months away, and now they've just pushed it another 6 months. There you go. There's other games out there. Trust me.
Plenty of other games.
Plenty. Like GTA 5, GTA 4, GTA 3. Okay, moving on to our fifth game of tonight. This is a sequel game which came out on Wednesday. And pretty much you can get this on everything. PS4, 5, Xbox Series X, S1, Switch, and PC. And this is a co-op player game of Biped 2. Let's have a look at this. There you go, practically out on everything. Dave, tell us more about this sequel.
Yeah, this is a co-op focused puzzle platformer. I think in the first one it was just co-op only, but this one, as well as co-op again, has got a single player mode if you want to just play it on your own. But its focus is on multiplayer. You're playing as a couple of little robots who I think are just trying to sort of clean up the planet as they're progressing through the stages. And it sounds like it's one of those games where sort of the control scheme is designed to be that sort of slightly awkward sort of control scheme. You know, if you think of things like Gang Beasts, it's sort of awkward.
Yes.
But it's done that way as part of the fun in like the co-op session. So I think in this one, each control stick controls a leg of your character. So you've got to I think work together for quite a lot of the puzzles. Time your moves to get across platforms properly and get past obstacles together, stuff like that. So it sounds like it's quite a bit of cooperation required. You definitely need to be on a party chat talking to each other. Looks nice enough on the trailer. Nice little sort of cutesy graphic style to it. Robots look cute. I think it probably could be good fun. Playing this with a few mates, probably have a good laugh.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Jesse, you wanted to talk about this one. So your thoughts on this little co-op event?
Yeah, I think it looks quite good fun. I think it's going to test some friendships and certainly test some relationships. I think it's going to be. I saw a review from a guy who played it with his wife, and in the first level they died like 80 plus times or something.
Oh God!
So it was like one of those ones that if you're a small little mag with a short temper, then you're either going to really love it because you're just going to be. It's going to be so ridiculous that it's great fun.
Yeah.
A bit like that walking game that you did with the weird controls.
Yeah, but I didn't rage at that. You'd think I would,
because it was part of it. I think that's the point with this. Is while it's puzzle, it's kind of silly. So you're expecting both of you to fail all the time. So that's fine. And so I think there's going to be a really. It's nice to have decent, easily accessible, fun games.
Yeah.
For people to play in, groups or co-op, because the number of co-op games these days is relatively low. And if they are they're a big sort of, you've got to be in it for hours and hours and hours and hours, whereas this looks like something you can just pick up and have a bit of fun with for a while, without having to get into a, 3-week storyline that you're playing 12 hours every day to just get to the end of it. So because that's what normally happens with me with co-op games with people, is you play a few levels, go, that's great, and then you never bother picking it up again. So at least with this, it looks like something you can just pick up and you don't have to worry about all that. You can just levels. So I think that's really good. It's going to rage induce a lot of people, but I think in a fun way.
Okay. All right. Let's see what scores are coming in. Brian over on YouTube saying a 6.5. Danka saying a 5.5. Gozzo saying a 5.5. Chat, get your scores in for this. Jesse, what do you reckon this has got then?
I reckon it's going to be an 8. I think it's going to be, it's not going to blow anyone's mind, but it's going to be good fun.
Okay. All right. Silver Cobra coming in with a 6. Drawn Unicycle, good evening. How you doing, buddy? Great to see you here. Dave Johnson, you can do the obligatory boo. I'll let you do that.
Boo.
Thank you. Retro Jazar says 8 out of 10. Drawn Unicycle says 6.5. No clue because just turned up. That's fine. iQuell says 7. Flame says an 8. Sam, what do you reckon this got?
I go for a nice round 7, I think.
Okay, nice round 7. Safe 7 as we call it. Dave Jones.
I'm going to go for a safe 7 as well.
Safe 7 as well. Mr. Johnson.
I've got a theory. I'm going 5.5.
5.5. Okay, Hannah.
It looks really cute. I think I'm going to go 7.5.
7.5. Okie dokie. John says, sorry, Dave, can't hear you over my Evercade. Wow. There's a dig if there ever was one. Folks, this is your last chance. This is Biped 2, which came out last Wednesday on PS4, 5, Xbox Series X, S1, Switch, and PC. And if there are no other scores in the chat, I can tell you this sadly didn't review very well.
Damn.
5.5. And Dave Johnson said, I have a theory, and that theory paid off. So congratulations to you. Danka, well done. Gozzo, well done. Some of you were close. But yeah, it did not review well. I'm not quite sure what all the ins and outs are, why it got that, but a lot of the reviews I saw, they weren't great. I'll be honest. So there you go. I totally agree. Dave Johnson, thank you for sending me that private message. I totally agree with that. 100%. There you go. And everyone's acknowledging that message in the private chat. Awesome. There we go. Moving on to our next game. So, a new Zelda game, I hear you cry. Well, kind of. But this is the third one in this kind of line of Zelda games that has come out. This came out last Thursday on Switch and Switch 2. And this is Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment. And no, Link is not in this one. So before you even go, no. This is what this one's about. There you go. So this isn't your typical Zelda game, is it? Because this is more like your oh god, I've just forgotten what it was called. That we played
Dynasty Warriors.
Dynasty Warriors, because it's a hack and slash game, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah, it's the Muso game, style game that Dynasty Warriors is referred to as, and this is the Zelda spin on that franchise.
Yeah.
So, like the previous game in the series, this is taking part in the current sort of timeline of Zelda we saw in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. So this particular one is focusing on what was mentioned in Tears of the Kingdom, the imprisoning war that takes place in Hyrule, like hundreds of years before the Tears of the Kingdom game takes place. So in this one, you play as Princess Zelda and some of the characters that she meets back in that particular time, and you're fighting against Ganondorf and his evil forces who are trying to take over Hyrule yet again, as he always tries to do. And so this, as I say, this is very much like the Dynasty Warriors game. So you are just going to be fighting, hordes and hordes of enemies, occasional boss character across various Zelda landscapes and Hyrule. The one thing that they do a good job of, though, is they do keep the art style from the main Zelda games present in this one, so it fits in quite nicely art-wise.
Yeah.
And they managed to keep a lot of the same sort of menu styles and gameplay mechanics in it as well. So whilst you think they might not fit into a Dynasty Warrior style game, they do bring them in here and make them work. So it does very much feel like it fits in with the mainline Zelda games, but it is just a different genre again you're playing.
Yeah.
So, I think if you like the Dynasty Warrior style stuff, then you'll enjoy this one. And it is telling more of the story that you did here in Tears of the Kingdom. So there is something there for the Zelda fans if they do want to jump into this one.
Yeah. Okay. Dank has just posted. I want to say thank you for this. Awkward controls were mostly the reasons behind the low scores for Biped 2. Most plates from the PS5 version. If you got awkward controls and you're doing a co-op game, that's not going to help, is it? So that's probably why. So thank you for letting us know. Brian says, this has to be one of the worst openings I've ever enjoyed in a game. It bored the absolute tits off me for an hour and I had to switch it off. So this is for the Hyrule Warriors game. Dave Johnson. So I know you like a bit of these types of games. So obviously we're taking a Dynasty Warriors style, but chucking in a load of characters. And it's, as Phantom says, it's technically canon because it links the games and it's all there. It's even got all the little machines. You can actually build the little machines like flying machines and that, and they use them to attack people from stuff from Tears of the Kingdom. So Ella puts a lot of that stuff in there. What are your thoughts on this one?
I hate it. I'm going to say something that as an RPG guy and as someone who really enjoyed Dynasty Warriors, it reminds me a bit of Kingdom Hearts 2 as well. The battle style, especially when it comes against the bosses. But I just don't like it. I don't like the graphics. I've never been a fan of Zelda. For an RPG guy, that's weird to say, but any Link game, Zelda game, never been into them. I was more on the Final Fantasy side of things growing up. But this, I don't know. Graphics don't inspire any sort of love for me. I'm just like, I wouldn't even give it a go. And then hearing someone say an hour in, I was bored off my tits. Not a good start. Even for someone who can sit through a 9-hour RPG opening without getting bored. I couldn't do that. So I'm sorry to all the Zelda fans, which will be 99% of people, I'm sure. But no, keep it away from me. Never ask me to play it. And if you do, I'll quit.
Okay. Fair enough. Jordan, you're on your side. I was saying 8.5. Brian says, I bet it's still reviewed well, though. 8. M says, never been a fan of Zelda. I used to like you, Dave.
I feel like M's lying.
Yeah. Danker says, do you feel the same way about Dynasty Warriors, though?
No, I used to like Dynasty Warriors. I grew up with those as well. Me and my mates used to sit around playing them when I was growing up. Lou Boo, one of the most hated people in video games. One of the hardest.
Okay.
And yet this just, can't get on with it.
This doesn't do it. M's 8.5. Retro Shazar 8. Flame 7.5. Chat, get your scores in now. So you can guess. So Dave Johnson, I'll start with you. What do you reckon this got then?
Right. Despite everything I've just said, I'm still think it's going to review high, and I think I've got a bias, so I'm going to go with an 8.
Okay, go for an 8. Yeah. I'll come back to Anna and Jesse because they're pissing themselves laughing. Sam, what do you reckon?
Going to give it an 8, I reckon.
Go for an 8. Dave Jones?
I'm going to try an 8 as well.
8, oh my God, there we go. Okay, we got iQuell come for a 7. Flame with 7.5. Hannah and Jesse, what do you reckon this got?
I'm just enjoying that. For those who have been here for a long time, they may remember the film reviews that Mag used to do. And Mag's co-host for the film reviews would sit there and go, it was a terrible plot, and it was really awful, and the acting was bad, and the music score was terrible. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. So
this is exactly what that is.
Memory.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it just a 7.
Okay. 7, Hannah. Going for 8 for Hannah. Okay. All right, folks. Last chance. This is Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment, the third one of these games, believe it or not, on Switch and Switch 2. Came out last Thursday. If there are no more scores, I can tell you that you may hate Dave Johnson, may hate this game, but you're certainly right to go with an 8. The hate gets you an 8.
I'm
so this
pleased
review
and
pretty
at the
well.
same time annoyed.
Yeah. I am going to say that this did get some reviews as high as a 9 out of 10 in some places, but also some reviewers such as GameSpot and that actually said it was more like a 7 out of 10 game. So it kind of just bounced around a bit. So there's a lot of shout outs to do, a lot of shout outs. And also our very own Dave. So how would you like your second shout out of the evening, Dave?
Shall we see how your knees are holding up, mate? You can
Let's not.
Behind your chair.
Oh, no.
There you go. All the shout outs for the 8s are there. Well done, Hannah. Well done, Sam. Well done, Dave. Oh, you ready?
Go for it.
Dave!
Very nice.
There's definitely cracking going on there. I got all around the NEC for 2 days now. Fuck's sake. There we go. Anyway, moving on to our next story. And this is something we have been mentioning. Press that button. The fact that it is official that Rockstar have done it again because Red Dead Redemption 2 is now the 4th best-selling game of all time. So in the history of video gaming, Red Dead Redemption 2 is the 4th best-selling game. It has shifted over 79 million units. 79 million. Now, this means it has knocked the number 4 game off its slot. And I'm going to get people to have a guess. Chat can join in as well, but I'm going to get... So, what do we think? What game did it knock off the number 4 slot of best video game of all time? And it's knocked it off by 1 million, literally by 1 million, which obviously doesn't sound a lot, but is a lot. What do we reckon it is? It's not Horsetails, Dan, no.
What?
I know, shocking.
I can it not.
Horsetails is going to be top 3, isn't it? So
possibly, especially after Thursday's stream. iQuail has said Wii Sports. That is not correct, but Wii Sports is in the top. Is in the top 3. Interestingly enough, sitting in over 82 million units. So it's snapping up on its heels. Red Dead Redemption 2 is snapping on Wii Sports heels. Kindred said, "Is it a Super Mario game?" You're on the right lines.
Oh,
is it a multiplayer game?
Correct.
In which case, does it have? Is it a Mario game with wheels?
Correct. It's Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart 8 had shifted 78 million units. Has now knocked it down to at 5th place, with RDR2 in 4th. And then it means that Wii Sports is in 3rd with 82. But can you tell me what is 1st and 2nd? I'm not going to guess you how many million units because this gets ridiculous.
I'm going to go with Hannah actually whispered something when you were talking about it. So I'm going to go with that.
Minecraft.
Correct. Now, where do you think? Do you think that's number 1 or number 2?
See, I reckon I've only played it a little bit. I reckon it's number 1 because it's quite popular with everyone.
Yeah, number 1, biggest selling game of all time with over 350 million units shifted. Wow. And then no surprises, number 2 is GTA 5.
I've got a question.
Go for it.
Where does Tetris sit in this, though?
Oh,
honestly, don't know because iQuail mentions Tetris. So
because that's got to be one of the best-selling games in the history of the universe, surely.
So I want to Google the top 10 best-selling games of all time. It's 24th. There you go.
What?
I remember that being like one of the up there.
Yeah. I'm seeing 520 million on an article that was 2 years ago. So
well, on Wikipedia it says Tetris in brackets Game Boy. So that's just the Game Boy copy.
Yeah, so it might not be the other versions. Because you got to think a lot of these other games are on lots of multiple platforms, so actually makes that sell quite well.
You can play Tetris on everything up to a smart fridge, so
hard to track what is a sale and what isn't. So yeah, I've seen it 520 million.
35th is the original, but 24th on the Game Boy version. So there you go. So Rockstar got 2 games. They're in the top 5 best-selling games of all time.
That's crazy.
Same with Doom, says Drawn. Yeah, Doom's probably in there somewhere, but it's probably not that high. So there you go. Let's move on to our last few games. We have got a remaster for you. This came out on Thursday on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Gotta love the Sims. Sims are probably in there somewhere. Especially with all the... that's like the most expensive game ever, isn't it? If you add all the DLCs. We talked about that on the show as well. You need to buy...
PUBG was 6. PUBG.
Oh, yeah. PUBG was 6. I think Animal Crossing was in the top 10. I even think Hogwarts Legacy and Elden Ring are somewhere in there in the most recent years, but it's beat Red Dead Redemption 2 has beat all them as well. Oh, they might have been in the top 20. I know that they were mentioned. But yeah, Hogwarts Legacy was one of the biggest selling games of 2 years ago? It was the best selling game of 2023, if my memory serves me correct. But that's still not done great. Let's move on. This is a classic game in many people's eyes. Been remastered, as I said on last Thursday, on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. And this is Syberia remastered.
I imagine you are aware of the business that brings me here.
I was waiting for you. I am afraid that the sale of the Vorarlberg factory is not as straightforward as it first seemed. Hans Vorarlberg is somewhere in Syberia.
This matter really is cause for concern.
I wish you good luck, Miss Walker.
There's something I'm looking for. I need a clue, anything that might tell me where Hans is.
I represent the technological zenith of this factory's production.
I can't open it. I need a key. This train is amazing.
Everything is ready. We are leaving.
I'm going away on the train.
Where's that?
A long way away. That way, Syberia.
Are you the only automaton on the train, Oscar?
I have been designed to drive a locomotive.
So you know Hans Vorarlberg?
He invented this kind of spring-loaded launcher.
I warned you, Kate Walker!
You don't scare me, you old lunatic.
There you go, folks. That is Syberia Remastered, a classic in a lot of people's eyes. I know there's quite a few people that were quite excited for this the other day. So, Dave, tell us a little bit more about this one.
Yeah, it's been a popular series in the adventure genre for quite a number of years. That's one I don't think I've ever actually played. I used to quite like the old point and clicks back in the day, most of the old LucasArts ones. This is one that I ended up missing when it originally came out. They've taken the original game though, and they've gone the sort of the more full 3D route, sort of bringing it to sort of modern standards. So you can play with a controller as well now. Don't just need a mouse and keyboard to click to move your character around. And they've obviously updated all the graphics to make those look a lot nicer. The only thing they haven't really improved a huge amount for what I've seen are the cutscenes. They've just upscaled the originals, so they don't look as detailed, I think, as the current graphics when you're playing the game. So I think they look a little bit out of place the way they've done that. Bit of an odd decision, but who knows why? Maybe a budget reasons. The story in this one, though, you're playing as a character called Kate Walker, who's been tasked to go and complete the sale of this automaton factory in the French Alps, I believe. and along the way she gets caught up in a mission to try and find the deceased owner's brother. So you end up on a quest to try and find him because he's next in line to inherit the property that you were trying to sell. So it looks like a interesting world they created there. Lots of automatons to go and talk to. I think one joins you along for the journey. It looks all right. I believe it's got the first game especially had very good reviews back in the day. So hopefully, they've done a decent job on this remaster. It's still as good as it was.
Okay, I'm going to hand over to Sam because I know he wants to speak to this. So I'm going to go swap people around. So Sam, you're quite excited for this, aren't you? You're quite intrigued about this one.
Yeah, I remember playing the original when I was a kid. I didn't even know this was coming out until I read your email approximately 3 hours ago. I remember it was like on a little collection or something of games that we had on an old computer years and years ago when I was a kid. And it's just cool. I think from the trailer, it's really kept that kind of like the music and everything. It's really kept the vibe. I'm not sure how much of it's a remaster, not a remake.
It's a remaster, yeah.
So because I think that might be one of the hiccups that a lot of people, especially like with the Silent Hill games and the Resident Evil games and stuff, it's becoming more popular, especially for old games, to not just do a remaster anymore. Especially considering this game came out 20 years ago, you'd expect something maybe a little more than that and something more akin to a remake, and that might leave some people disappointed, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Dank says, if I remember correctly, I believe the original game got an 8 out of 10. So if they haven't done too much modifications, I can see him being an 8 again. Well, let's see. What do we think it is? Sam, I'll start with you, and chat, get your scores in. What do you reckon for this one?
I think if it's gone down the route of a remaster and not a remake, and they've not changed that much, I think it won't have kept the same score. I think it would have gone down, just by how games have evolved.
Yeah.
So I think I'll go with a 7.
Okay, going for a 7. Hannah, what do you reckon?
I reckon an 8.
Okay, going for an 8. Jesse?
6.5.
6.5. Okay. Over on YouTube, Retro Jazar says a 7. And over on Twitch, we've got M 7.5, Drawn Unicycle 7.5, Flame 7, Gozzo 7.5. Mr. Jones, what do you reckon this has got?
I'm going to try an 8 for this. Let's see if it matches what it originally got.
Yeah. Okay. And Dave Johnson?
I'm going to go with 7, I think.
Okay, going with a 7. All right. If we've got no more scores, or we have Kindred coming in with a 7.5, in which case, chat, get it your scores in. Last chance. This is Syberia Remastered, which came out last Thursday on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. iCloud coming in with a 7. And I can tell you that this got .5 out of 10. So there you go. 7.5. So congratulations in the chat to Kindred and Gozzo and Drawn and Ems. Well done. So pretty much what Sam was saying, they've not really done much to it. It's just been made it look a bit better, but doesn't really add to it. So therefore the score's a little bit less. Yeah. Did anyone say 7.5 on the screen? I've lost track now. Already.
Not me.
No. Everyone again was close, but but congratulations to all the people who got it right in the chat. John says, I think I've only missed one since I popped in. You're doing really well. There you go. Moving on to our final game of the night. This came out on Friday on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. And this is a pizza delivery. Literally, it's a pizza being delivered. There you go. I'm quite intrigued about this one. Someone's drawn said, "Is it Death Stranding with a pizza instead of a baby?" But Dave, tell us more about this because this seems like quite a surreal game. You're just going to deliver a pizza, but then obviously something happens.
Yeah, that's right. Your characters sent out like their final pizza delivery, but it looks like on their journey, yeah, it all takes a bit of a surreal slant at some point, and you're ending up in a sort of dreamlike world, trying to solve various puzzles to get the pizza like around certain obstacles. They can keep trying to deliver it, and you'll meet various other people along your way. You get to talk to, share the pizza with, hear some of their stories, and they'll sort of help your character deal with some of the stuff that they're dealing with. So it looks like a nice little game. Yeah, I think it's going to be quite Death Stranding levels of just wandering across barren wilderness, like a little baby trying to like stop falling over. It's going to be far simpler than that. But it looks like it might be quite a pleasant little game to play. Yeah, little diverting for a weekend, probably between like the big games, big open world games that we tend to get these days.
Yeah. Dan said, did it take them 6 weeks to deliver? Must be a Domino's tie-in. I would say, looking at where they've got to travel, it's more like a Pizza Hut because they've closed. So you don't get any fucking pizza when you order. That's why I only get pasta from Domino's. Fair enough. Feels like me getting a takeaway delivered to where I moved to. Hannah, this is the game we selected for you. Do you like the look of this one?
I do. It looks like I like a cute, cozy indie game as well, and I think the graphics look really. I don't want to be over the top, but they look quite stunning. They're quite detailed, but also probably thinking a bit too deep into this. But I like the idea of a game where it looks like there's lots of sort of lonely people and how food can bring people together. Yeah. I quite like that. I think it's quite a sweet little game. Yeah. I like it. I think I'd probably give it a go. I don't think it doesn't look like it's a very long game. No. I love pizza as well, so I kind of feel like it ties it all in. So yeah, I think it's a good one.
Not a long game, cozy, pizza. Ticks all the boxes for Hannah. There you go. Let's see what people are saying. Danker's like, maybe a 6.5. You've got me really puzzled on this one. Oh, so I've confused Danker on this one. This is going to be interesting. Let's see if we cut him out. He said, John says, dang it, Mag, now I want UK pizza. Tough shit. Most of them are shut. So that's not going to happen. Flame saying a 7. Chat, get your scores in. This is the final game of the night. Jesse, what do you reckon this got?
I can't eat pizza. There weren't any guns. 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10. All right. Manchester's isn't. Yeah, I'm not in Manchester, so tough shit. Drawn Unisoccer says 7. Retro Shazar says 7. Dave Jones, what do you reckon?
I'm going to go for a 7.
Okay, 7. Dave Johnson?
Again, going for a 7.
Going for a 7. I got Gozzo with a 5.5. Sam?
I'm going to go for an 8, just because I like the vibe.
Sweet. Okay, going for an 8. All right, and there we go. Beautiful. Nice clip there we just got as well. Thank you in the chat. They're shutting all our huts stateside as well. They're just Togo. I don't even know what. Just to go. Not just Togo. Where is Togo? They changed it from a pizza shop to a place where you dress up. Yeah. There you go. Kindred 6.5. Folks, last chance. This is a pizza delivery, which will guarantee to get to you quicker than anything else in this country. That's a Toga, silly. I know. I'm just fucking about. Toga 2000. This came out on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. And I can tell you that I probably have thrown a lot of people off with this one because this got a perfectly acceptable 6 out of 10. There you go. I don't think did anyone actually say 6? Have I caught people out again?
Yeah.
And I probably did, just saying.
You didn't actually ask Hannah.
Did I not ask Hannah?
6.
No.
Hannah, what do you think this got? What do you think this got? Well, hang on. Before you give the score, let me hide it so you haven't seen it. What do you think this got?
Right. There's lots of. I think I'm going to go with the 6.
Do you know what? It's surprising. That's exactly what it got. Well done. Look at that. Well done.
Well done.
There you go. No one saw that. There you go. There you got a shout out. So you, the only person to get it right, Hannah. That's amazing. You're the only person who got that right.
Maggie, you're a terrible host. Just to point out.
Yeah, I'm the fucking worst.
My gate crashed. It's fine. Don't worry.
Hey, it could be worse. I could be a presenter on the BBC. So thank fuck I'm not. There you go.
They're thinking that as well, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, right now they are. I'm gonna get sued. Skills, says Dan Game Tank. Yes, skills. So there you go. Well done to Hannah for getting that one right. We will have more games for you next week, including the new Call of Duty. We've probably got the new Anno. There's a couple of other things that we've probably got to pick out. There's quite a lot actually to pick from next week. There's a lot of stuff out next week, so we'll have to. Me and Dave will hammer through it. But we've not quite finished the show yet. We'll do our final news story. So, a game that people are patiently waiting for is Elder Scrolls 6, the next in the line of Elder Scrolls games, which was announced over 7 years ago. 7 years ago, it was at first announced. And Todd Howard was basically interviewed over the weekend and basically stated that it's a long way off, folks. You're not going to get it anytime soon. They did say that in August of 2023, it did reach early development. They are technically play testing it now and going through it. But he just says, Todd Howard said, don't expect it to come out at any time soon. They said they wanted to concentrate on Starfield. He didn't mention anything else about Starfield. They wanted to concentrate on get that out, but they wanted to try something different. Clearly didn't fucking work. And then obviously this year we got the Oblivion remake, which is really cool that came out, which was shadow dropped. So he did say, bear with us because we always have long gaps between our Elder Scrolls games, but he wouldn't put it past them for actually shadow dropping it when it is ready to come out. So question is to chat and to our guest this evening, when do we think it will come out?
2030.
2030, okay.
I've seen rumours saying 2028.
Okay.
But
much older Scrolls.
Yeah. Elderly Scrolls Online.
Yeah.
84 years it's taken. Q3 of 2029. That's quite accurate. There we go. We may get GTA 6 before it, but it's 50-50, says Kindred. I mean, that's, yeah. Geriatric Scrolls.
Maybe they're going to do a collab. That's what it is. It's going to come out in one go.
GTA 6 versus Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
Same week as GTA 6. Can you imagine that?
GTA Scrolls.
Yeah. Scrolls. It's like fucking Barbieheimer all over again.
Join up to a drug dealer and feed him to a dragon. Not really sure.
yeah.
That sounds really
I'd
good.
buy that game.
That is the game we all want, Dave.
Yeah.
We'll just gather back here at 2028 to play it together and just comment on it.
Quick, someone copyright that before Nintendo tries to claim it and sues us all. So
I'll get on with the paperwork.
Yeah. This is going to be the wet lettuce test again. Does anybody know what that means? Because I have no idea. Phantom, you're going to have to explain.
Wet lettuce? Are we all wet lettuce? I don't know.
I don't know.
Would you like? If you call someone a wet lettuce, they're a bit sort of like sad and a bit sappy. That's why.
Yeah.
Wow.
That.
Okay.
So maybe it's a similar thing.
Wow.
It's a great phrase to call someone. You're a wet lettuce.
Thanks, Hannah. We all appreciate that.
There you go. Well, on that bombshell, then, that's how we're going to end the show. So, by our expert panel opinion, Elder Scrolls 6 will come out at some point. There you go. You heard it here first. In 2042. Thank you so much to all our wonderful guests. Firstly, we're going to say thank you to Dave Johnson, because without him, this would not have happened tonight. So, one, thank you, but also apologies about that as well to our audience. So, firstly, thank you to Dave for being our community member of the month a couple of months ago, and this was your prize. I hope it lived up to literally nothing, really.
Well, that's about right. So well done.
So there you go. But Dave will be joining us for the Christmas special. He will be back for the Christmas special, which dare I say it, the Christmas special is almost only a month away.
We'll be here before we know it.
Yeah, that's scary. A month away from the Christmas special. So we've only literally got 4 more TNGCs and then it's the Christmas special. God almighty. Big thank you to Sam, also known as Daniel's Chat. Can we get shout outs for all our guests this evening? Great to have you back, Sam. Thank you for being on the show again.
Of course.
Pleasure to have you, man. And Jesse, that is not a shout out, you. Yeah.
Well, that's just rude, isn't it?
There you go. Oh, here we go. A wet lettuce lasted longer than Liz Truss did as PM. I think a wet lettuce will survive before GTA and Elder Scrolls come out. There you go.
Hannah's turned into a doggo.
I know Jesse's most. There you go. Davis Smell. Hi, doggo. It's technically a shout out as it was in caps. I mean, that is true. Thank you to Daz. Thank you to Hannah. Thank you to Jesse. Thank you for all being here, you three. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
And obviously, as always, thank you to my co-host who knows the most. Thank you to Mr. David Jones.
Always a pleasure, mate.
Thank you for being here. It's been a nice kind of chilled in a way, even though there's a lot of us on it. It's been quite nice and chilled. So thank you so much. Thank you to everyone who's been watching over on YouTube. We'll see if we can improve the whole vertical, horizontal thing, blah, blah, blah. But we got all the shout outs done. Thank you to everyone who's been watching on Twitch tonight. And thank you to all the mods in chat as well. Keep an eye on things. Greatly appreciate it. Don't forget, tomorrow night is Jackbox 11. We talked about it on this show just 2 weeks ago. Got an 8 out of 10. We are playing the brand new Jackbox at 8:30 over on TikTok and Twitch. And Thursday on Twitch only is my 4-year anniversary stream.
5 year.
And we've got some weird and wonderful
5
5 year. Yeah, I've just decided to delete the first year of my memory. We've got our 5-year anniversary.
That's not the year out of the 5 that I would delete. Possibly
there is another one.
Maybe 4.
It's going to be our 3-year anniversary on Thursday. Deleting another 2 years out of mine. Going senile in the old age. Ain't it? Just ain't it? Just there you go. 5 years. But come and celebrate with us. We've got some very special announcements, some reveals, some stuff to talk about what's going to happen with the future of the channel and stuff. And we're going to play some very shit games, including the sequel to Peppa Pig. We're going to play Peppa Pig Big World Adventures because we 1,000 gamers scored the first one 2 years ago in less than an hour. So let's see if we can do that. And yes, you've been asking for it for the last 2-3 years. We are going to play Horse Tales.
Yeah!
The game that DJ Mike always wanted. We are going to play Horse Tales on Thursday night. But there you go. And yes, Timeless is there. I can do the Timeless thing, actually. Do you know what? It probably will play the music. You can go check out the Timeless website. Oh, fuck, I fucked it up. Look at that.
You could if it was right, but you can't because it's not. So
there you go. But it's all the wrong information. But the website is there. All I'm going to say on regards Timeless and these wonderful people here is look out for an announcement in December. That's all I'm saying. Okay. For some of you that came to Format a couple of weeks ago, you will have seen some things at that event, which will give away what we're going to do on December. And if you take a trip to Arcanes, you can also get that same information. But we're releasing that to the rest of the world in December. So there you go. Anyone that's going to the moon, not literally, but to the moon at the NEC tomorrow and Thursday, I look forward to seeing you there. Hopefully my trains won't get delayed on the way back, so stream will be at the correct time because it goes on till 8 o'clock at night and I've got to be on stream at 8:30, so I've got to make sure I get back sharpish for Jackbox. But if any of you lot are there, please say hi. Dave Johnson says, the future of the channel, are we shutting it? Yeah, hopefully. I don't have to do this every fucking week. Let's see who we can raid. And for those on YouTube, the stream will just end. Oh my God, there's a lot of people on tonight. So, Christ on a bike, there is a lot of people. This is actually quite difficult to pick someone. Oh, do you know what? I see someone we haven't raided in ages. Supernova. Supernova's on. What's he playing? Why won't it let me meet? Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, he's doing a live D&D. There you go. So we're going from a thing. So he's got a load of people and a load of squares on a thing. So let's go raid Supernova. I haven't seen a live D&D in ages. So let's go do that. We'll make that raid happen. And then all that leaves for me to say is that working? Yes. Wherever you are in the world, have a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, and we shall see you back at 8:30 tomorrow for some Jackbox 11. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care. Do that thing where we all wave and I then press a button. Bye.